Okay, so I just did the clip with the modified version. First round of mods were successful. I had a kind of a strange thing. I think what happened is... Okay, so last night, after I finished the mods, I plugged it in for like 30 seconds just to see if it would make sound, and it did, and it was great. But I didn't really get a feel for the tone or anything, other than just a couple of quick licks. But then I plugged it in this morning, and I wasn't getting any sound, and I noticed that there wasn't any color emanating from this tube. I believe that's the EL84. There was no glow. So I don't know if I like killed my tube, so I swapped out. This is actually a little bit, I was using this JJ EL84, but I swapped out for a different one. It's not the stock one. It's like a, I want to say it was one I pulled from my Marshall Class 5. So that's a little sad because then we can't get a direct head-to-head comparison because changing the tubes will have an effect. But I think you can still get a feel for the bassline tone. Also, I noticed that when I did the stock setup, my mic recording got all jacked up, so that's really sad. But anyways, this time I will have both the camera audio for an apples-to-apples comparison and the microphone audio for something that's a little bit higher fidelity. At least it's better than nothing. And yeah, just to kind of talk about my initial impressions, I immediately felt like things were definitely improved. The biggest thing is just like from a frequency perspective, it was much better. There was much better balance. There was much better control of the low. The mushy low end was gone. The top end was a little bit more clear. It was just much better. I even noticed a change in the gain structure. I felt like it started to break up a little bit sooner, and it maybe was even a little bit ballsier at the very high end. I only played a little bit because I don't want to annoy people right now. I'll try to get a full demo at higher volumes another time, but for at least the initial clip that I heard, it definitely felt better, sounded better. It was very responsive. I did a section where I cleaned up with the volume knob. It was really, really good. So yeah, overall, this, even just with this first set of changes, I want to say it's like a couple of, maybe 4 or 5 resistors, 4 caps or something like that. It really, really made some noticeable improvements. And it's a really solid amp. You know, I had been thinking about putting in a tone control. I might try to do that eventually, or even a gain control. But as it is, if this was all you were going to do, I think that you've got a much, much more improved amp. You know, I would definitely put this up against any Champ, or, you know, even like the Marshall Class 5 I had, any of those types of amps. I think this guy can go toe-to-toe with any of those. A very, very good sounding amp, just from my initial impressions. A lot of the problems I had with it are much better. You know, it has a much better frequency response. You know, it's not so dark, it's not so boxy, it doesn't have that annoying low end, flubby mushiness. A little bit better gain structure. As you open it up, it gets a little bit ballsier, and yeah, it just sounds better to my ear overall. So yeah, the first set of mods, I think, is a success. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll see you soon. Bye.